Okay, today I want to show you the QA web, and I'm working without a script today. I'm just winging this as I go, and hopefully the server behind me doesn't make too much noise and overwrite the audio, so I'll talk a little louder. If you look down here, you'll see this green check mark. Hey, that's Medi-Cal QA web. It's a product that every hospital uses to calibrate their barcodes. When you click on it, this little guy opens up and he populates, and I want to see the status of my monitor, and green check marks are all good. So from here I could click and run each of these different applications, and I don't want to do that because that would take a whole bunch of time. It usually takes about 5 minutes to calibrate a monitor, and I don't want to just sit here and talk while the monitor runs and does its calibration. So let's look at the info. Right, so the auto calibration, I have mine set to run yearly. The last time it ran was November 29th. In a hospital, you would probably run this weekly or monthly, depending on what state you're in and what the rules are for that particular state and that particular type of monitor. Again, monitors have rules, states have rules, accreditation rules, there's all kinds of rules, and you have to balance all the rules. So I don't need to do that, and mine get calibrated every few months anyway, because we have classes doing that. So I just have it set to yearly. I could modify that. I'm using the fast calibration method, and we'll just check the result really quickly. Here's my results. You can see that my minimum luminance is 0.46 candelas per meter squared. My max luminance is 400.13 candelas per meter squared. My ambient light in the room is 0.37 candelas meter squared. It's all good. So let me check the info from the compliance test. I want to make sure I close as many of these windows as I can. Here's the info from the compliance test. Right? So the response error is 15%. It can be 12% off and still be within specifications. So this is going to give me a pretty curve, and I just want to see that my blue line is inside the two red lines. If it's above the red line, it would be off scale high. If it was below the red line, it would be off scale low, but it's all right where it needs to be. And it lists all the different luminance targets I want it to hit. And as long as the blue line's inside the red lines, I'm all good. Last but not least is the visual test, which will put up a SMPTE pattern throughout the whole thing. And let me see if I can just drag this around. And if I hit visual test, you should see, voila, the visual test. So I just want to see this box and this box, and hopefully you can see that on the monitor. And that is how we would calibrate a barcode monitor. So what I have it set at, and you can see that it's done February 4th. Alright, that's how QA web works. There's other things you can do. You can configure the QA web, you can choose different test patterns, and you can use a different service level if you are a service person. But we are not barcode service people, so we would just use the status button, the configuration button, and the test patterns. Okay, thank you for watching.